Welcome back. Imagine it's 2025 and you're off to Vietnam, ready for food, scenery, and adventure. But what if I told you some things totally normal there could get you in big trouble back in the US? Let's dive into 9 things legal in Vietnam but illegal in America. Some will truly shock you. Number 9. Drinking alcohol in public. This is one of those small freedoms that can completely change the way you experience a city. In many parts of the world, especially in the West, the idea of sipping a cold beer out in the open, right on the sidewalk, is almost unthinkable. But here in Vietnam, it's not just allowed, it's a cherished part of daily life. In Vietnam, it's common to see people of all ages and backgrounds gathering on tiny plastic stools, clustered around low tables, enjoying a cold beer as the world rushes by. The sidewalks transform into lively social spaces, especially in the evenings. Friends, families, and even strangers come together, sharing stories, laughter, and the simple pleasure of a drink. It's not just about the beer, it's about the sense of community that comes with it. You'll spot people unwinding in parks, relaxing by the lake, or even perched on the curb outside their favorite street food stall. The city's public spaces become extensions of people's living rooms, where everyone is welcome to join in. There's a sense of openness and ease that's hard to find elsewhere. There are no strict open container laws here. Instead, the focus is on enjoying life together and respecting the shared space. The atmosphere is vibrant and welcoming, with music, laughter, and the clinking of glasses filling the air. It's about community, connection, and unwinding. Together after a long day, contrast that with the United States, where open container laws are strictly enforced. If you crack open a beer outside a bar or restaurant, you're risking a hefty fine, or even a run-in with the bai. Public drinking is often seen as a problem to be controlled, rather than a simple pleasure to be enjoyed responsibly. Vietnam's relaxed approach to public drinking turns the entire city into a kind of open-air beer garden. The streets come alive at night, buzzing with energy and conversation. It's a unique freedom that shapes the city's social life, making it feel more open, more connected, and a lot more fun. It's a simple freedom, but it totally changes the vibe. Sharing a beer on the sidewalk isn't just about the drink, it's about feeling at home in the city, connecting with others, and savoring the little moments that make life in Vietnam so special. Number 8. Helmets on motorbikes. In Vietnam, helmets are legally required, but you'll see plenty of passengers, even whole families riding without them. For short trips, many locals skip the helmet entirely. In the US, helmet laws are strict and enforced for everyone. It's a striking difference in how each country views personal risk and responsibility. In Vietnam, convenience and personal choice often win out. Number 7. Street food. In Vietnam, the streets themselves become a living, breathing restaurant. From sunrise to well past midnight, the air is filled with the sizzle of frying pans, the aroma of simmering broths, and the chatter of hungry locals. Street food isn't just a meal here, it's a way of life, woven into the daily rhythm of the city. Vietnamese vendors set up shop wherever there's foot traffic, on busy corners, down narrow alleys, or right outside your office. There are no official permits, no health inspections, and no government oversight. Instead, these culinary entrepreneurs rely on their skills, their family recipes, and their ability to draw a crowd. The rules are simple. If you can cook something delicious and people want to eat it, you're in business. It's all about reputation and taste. Word travels fast. If your food is bland or your stall isn't clean, customers vanish overnight. But if you're good, you'll have a loyal following in no time. There's a sense of trust between vendor and customer, built on years of shared meals and satisfied bellies. The community polices itself, and the best vendors become local legends. Now, compare that to the United States, where selling food on the street is a bureaucratic marathon. You need licenses, health inspections, and a mountain of paperwork just to get started. Food trucks and stalls are regulated, graded, and monitored. There are rules for everything, from how you store your ingredients to how often you wash your hands. It's a system designed for safety, but it can also stifle spontaneity and creativity. In Vietnam, the spontaneity and accessibility of street food is unmatched. You can grab a bowl of steaming pho at dawn, snack on crispy banh xeo at lunch, and finish the night with a skewer of grilled pork, all without ever stepping inside a formal restaurant. The streets are alive with flavor, and every meal is an adventure. For many Americans, this free market approach to food is both thrilling and a little scary. There's a sense of freedom and excitement in eating something made right in front of you, with no barriers between you and the chef, but there's also uncertainty, no grades, no guarantees, just the promise of a great meal if you're willing to take the leap. In Vietnam, street food is more than just food. It's a celebration of trust, community, and the joy of eating together, right out in the open. Number 6. Smoking indoors. In Vietnam, you'll still find people lighting up in restaurants and cafes. Indoor smoking bans exist but are rarely enforced. In the US, smoking inside is almost universally banned and socially unacceptable. Vietnam's approach reflects a different stage in public health culture. It's a jarring throwback for American visitors. Number 5. Gambling. While officially illegal in Vietnam, small-scale gambling is everywhere. Card games on sidewalks, bets on soccer, even cockfights. It's a social pastime, often tolerated if it stays low-key. In the US, unlicensed gambling is a serious crime, with strict enforcement. Vietnam's gray area of social tolerance is worlds apart from America's legal mindset. It's about camaraderie, not crime. Number 4. Fireworks. In Vietnam, especially during Tet, fireworks light up the streets despite official bans. The tradition is strong, and enforcement is spotty. In the US, personal fireworks are mostly illegal and tightly controlled for safety. Vietnam's celebrations are chaotic, loud, and electrifying. It's a wild contrast to America's cautious approach. Number 3. Jaywalking. In Vietnam, crossing the street means weaving through endless motorbikes no matter where you are. There are crosswalks, but traffic rarely stops. In the US, jaywalking can get you a ticket. Order and rules are everything. In Vietnam, it's about mutual awareness and constant negotiation. Jaywalking isn't just legal, it's essential for survival. Number 2. Exotic animal sales. If you ever find yourself wandering through the bustling aisles of a traditional Vietnamese market, you might stumble upon a section that feels like stepping into another world. Here the air is thick with the sounds of chirping, hissing, and the occasional squawk as cages line the stalls, each one holding a different kind of wild creature. This is the market's most exotic aisle, a place where the boundaries between commerce, tradition, and the natural world blur in fascinating and sometimes unsettling ways. In some Vietnamese markets you'll see wild birds, reptiles, and even small mammals for sale, their bright feathers and scales drawing curious glances from locals and tourists alike. These animals are not just pets, they're often destined for dinner tables or traditional medicine shops where centuries-old beliefs and their healing properties persist. The sheer variety is astonishing, from songbirds, prized for their melodies, to turtles believed to bring good luck, to snakes and lizards used in tonics and remedies, and more for sale, sometimes as food or medicine. In recent years, Vietnam has made significant efforts to crack down on the illegal wildlife trade, introducing stricter laws and increasing enforcement. Signs warning against the sale of protected species are now common in urban markets, and undercover operations have led to high-profile arrests. Yet, despite these efforts, the trade persists, especially in rural areas where old traditions die hard and economic pressures remain high. In the countryside, you'll still find elderly vendors selling animals and animal parts, passing down knowledge and practices that have been part of their communities for generations. For many, these sales are not just about profit, they're about survival, cultural identity, and a way of life that predates modern conservation laws. In the US, wildlife sales are strictly regulated and heavily punished. Federal and state agencies work together to enforce laws like the Endangered Species Act and the Lacey Act, which make it illegal to buy, sell, or transport protected animals. Offenders can face hefty fines and even prison time. Public awareness campaigns and educational programs have helped shape a culture where the idea of buying a wild animal at a market is almost unthinkable. The difference is rooted in history, in the way societies have evolved alongside their natural environments. In Vietnam, centuries of living close to the land have fostered a deep connection to wildlife, but also a tradition of using animals for food, medicine, and ritual. In contrast, the US has developed a strong conservation ethic shaped by decades of environmental activism and legal protections. Economics too play a major role. In many parts of Vietnam, selling wild animals can mean the difference between poverty and survival. Cultural festivals and local customs often feature animal products, reinforcing their value in the community. Meanwhile, in the U.S., economic development and alternative livelihoods have reduced the need for such trade. For visitors, it's a shocking reminder of how different attitudes toward animals can be. What seems exotic, or even disturbing to outsiders, is, for many locals, simply a part of daily life. These markets challenge us to reflect on our own values, and to consider the complex interplay between tradition, necessity, and the global push for conservation. Number 1. Bribery. In Vietnam, coffee money greases the wheels for everything from traffic stops to paperwork. It's often seen as a practical way to get things done, not a moral failing. In the U.S., bribery is a serious felony with severe consequences. The idea of paying off a cop is unthinkable to most Americans. It's the ultimate culture shock, a different operating system for society. That's the list. Travel isn't just about new places, it's about new perspectives. Pack an open mind, respect local customs, and enjoy the adventure. Which of these surprised you most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.